Hello, welcome. Long time no see. I've been feeling things that keep me from doing what I want, but I'm here now. You know the drill by now, so here we go. I'm doing a series of videos where I introduce each of the characters in my project, Spectrum, and show speed paints of me drawing their base sprites. Spectrum is a visual novel-styled YouTube series I'm working on that depicts the lives of the 10 main characters. The original base concept for Spectrum was looking at characters with specific color themes and seeing what they got in common, what trends do I see. And using those similarities, I tried to create a character that reflected them while also still being unique and interesting. While the characters all have their own lives, they all interact with one another, and the story is about the chaotic things they get up to. This video is going to be all about Violet, the sixth one in the lineup. So purple was a very interesting color to work with. When it came to looking at characters with purple themes, there was a common trend of characters being gross. I say that half jokingly. For some reason, purple is seen as a really sultry color, and because of that, there's a thing about characters being like in your space, fan servicey, maybe a little weird. I don't know what it is about purple being the I'm the sexual one color when it comes to characters, but it's definitely a thing. I've just come to notice that a lot of those characters that I don't like because they're all up in my ear tend to be purple or a variant of it. So that was the trend I decided to focus on. I'm sure there are other trends I could pick, but I wanted to see what I could do to work with that. I wanted to make a character that fit that theme, that didn't make me violent. So here we are with Violet. His design was fun to mess around with. He's a violet ground beetle, so he's got 4 arms and he has antennae. I kinda made up some shit about his species just for his story, but I'll get into that more later. He doesn't get into the gross territory too much, thankfully, but it's enough to make him a little unsettling at times. Violet is a prince in his family and is considered royalty, and he definitely acts like it. He considers himself to be above everyone and doesn't like associating much with common folk. He sees himself as very important. He can be snobby and rude at times and look down upon people for random shit. But he can coexist if he likes you. It's just hard to predict what he'll like sometimes. He doesn't have the best luck with getting along with people. Something he hates is getting dirty. He doesn't like getting his clothes messed up, and he hates touching dirty things, which is why he wears gloves. He is very picky about this and will shower multiple times a day if he feels it necessary. Despite this, he still has a weirdly uncomfortable way about describing things. He talks formally but can get a bit graphic, I guess you could say. He's just weird about the way he talks about shit. He makes everything seem a little gross. This is made worse by the way his mouth works. His species self-hydrates in a way, so he salivates a lot more than the average person. Because of this, he drools occasionally. It probably wouldn't be considered as gross if all his bodily fluids weren't this weird black substance. It's like this thin, dark indigo type of liquid. All his bodily fluids are identical, so his drool may as well be blood. He occasionally accidentally drools on himself when he talks, which he hates a lot. It grosses himself out, and he hates it when others point it out. He keeps handkerchiefs with him all the time to wipe it up. His bodily fluids are mostly made up of water, and it doesn't have much of a taste besides this hint of floral to it, so it isn't really a big deal and doesn't stain, but most people think it's unsettling. But anyway, more about his personality. He's a pretty formal guy that likes to be proper and sophisticated. He has very peaceful hobbies like sewing and reading. He has to sew all his shirts himself because of his arms. He spends a lot of time at the park, sitting on a bench, and this is where he does a lot of his sewing. He is very picky about appearing like a proper royal, and dresses very nicely. He considers himself to be an androgynous man, so he's not afraid of appearing less masculine because of his style. He doesn't mind the femininity that comes with dressing all dainty. He likes to go to bakeries for pastries and such. He's a very big fan of pastries and eats them frequently. He refuses to eat anything that wild creatures would eat and only sticks to refined snacks like croissants and cream puffs. The closest he gets to food of wildlife is salads. So who does he manage to get along with somehow? The person he's closest to is Green. They share interests and like to talk about flowers and pastries. The two of them have similar styles of speech. They're both all formal and shit. so Violet sees Green as worthy of talking to. They can get along for the most part, though Green does find Violet's "I'm so great" thing to be a bit distasteful at times. Violet is one of the few that isn't a fan of helping Green with work, and will frequently try to pass his portion of the gathering off onto someone else. He thinks a royal like himself shouldn't be getting his hands dirty in the woods, and that's not even taking his issues with dirt into consideration. Regardless, he will at least attend their group efforts, though he will complain about it. There isn't anyone else he's close to, and he's not exactly easy to talk to. He thinks highly of White and respects his urge to work hard, but he agrees with everyone else when it comes to wanting White to get some rest. As for everybody else, he sort of tolerates them, some less negatively than others. He hates how noisy and chaotic Red, Orange, and Yellow can be. I forgot to mention it in Yellow's video, but he's got some issues with Violet for his attitude, but also because he's an insect. Yellow hates bugs, so he tends to avoid Violet. Violet doesn't like how loud Yellow is anyway, so he doesn't really care. He thinks Blue and Brown don't stand out much, so he doesn't pay much attention to them. But out of everybody, Gray is the one he clashes with the most, and the two of them live together. Violet isn't super malicious towards Gray, but Gray fucking hates Violet and argues with him constantly. Every time Violet says something obnoxious, Gray is there to knock him down. They are always going back and forth. Violet doesn't go out of his way to be social, so it's not like he's always obnoxious just out of nowhere, but he can be pretty annoying. The only other people he talks to are people in his family, and he does it through letters. Because living in communities in the woods is so common, there are people who deliver mail to those areas. So he's able to keep in touch with his family and continue to do his job as the treasurer of his family business. But other than that, he tends to keep to himself unless he's helping out with green stuff. And lastly, of course, is his character theme you've been listening to. It's interesting because I'm not really sure how to describe it. I guess you could say it's mysterious. It's pretty mellow, but the minor key makes it sound a little dark, which I wanted. Violet's personality is very complicated, and I wanted his theme to reflect every part of it, including the parts I haven't talked about. He's a weird guy, and he's got a strange attitude. He's definitely got things going on in his head that he doesn't say out loud, despite seemingly saying everything he thinks, regardless of how self-important it comes off. Each part of the song sort of reflects a different part of his personality. I think it's fitting for a prince of his nature. The extra instrument in his theme is hard to describe. I don't know what to call it. It's kind of like a metronome tick in a way. I'm not really sure. The file called it a clap, but it's not quite that. It was just a sound that worked for what I wanted. The bit of reverb on it adds to the mysterious aspects of it, I think. So yeah, he's something. He's got some redeeming qualities, you just kinda gotta look for them. But here's his full sprite, and I'll show a few others of his. So Violet was a special kind of annoying, because he has normal sprites, and then he's got a bunch of versions of the same sprites where he's drooling. So this bitch has 64 sprites in total, and it damn near killed me. He and Gray have the most out of everybody, I believe, and it drove me crazy. Though comparing it to Yellow, who somehow has 61, I guess it's not that bad. But yeah, hope you liked listening to nonsense about this guy. Next in the lineup is Brown, so hopefully you'll be seeing him soon. Thanks for making it to the end. I'll try not to disappear again, but no promises. Take care, stay safe.